Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces, and we have your Thursday forecast update. Just a very slight chance we could see some rain today. Otherwise, your temperature is staying warm as we will wind up in the upper 70s, low 80s this afternoon. I would say the biggest change is probably the wind. Wind will be much lighter today and out of the west and southwest, only about 5 to 10 miles per hour. But today there is a stationary front just to the north of us, and that area of low pressure will give it a little nudge here in the upcoming hours. So that will move through as just a weak cold front today, and it could trigger just a few isolated showers. Really, I think too dry to see much in the way of measurable rain, but I did keep that 20% chance of rain going basically from the late morning today through the afternoon and probably wrapping up just a few hours after sunset. Actually, just a slight chance we could see some rain late tonight as well. But there's a look at the temperatures. Most of us on the warm side of the front this morning in the 60s, but running a little cooler north of I-30, where we're down into the 40s and low 50s there. There's the wind, which is settled below 10 miles per hour, and the winds will do the switch around thing today. They'll go from the southwest to the northwest as that front blows through, but the wind less than 10 miles per hour. Last 2 days, we've had winds gusting to 30 miles per hour, so that will be a nice change for us today. And given the humidity, the moisture out there, and the light wind, fire danger not quite as high today, but we still have most areas under a burn ban until we can get some decent rainfall here. Highs today likely in the mid to upper 70s. We may squeeze out an 80 over in Texas, just depending on how quickly we clear out here. And a look at your Robinson Futurecast just does show just some light rain showers popping up late morning, early afternoon. Probably most of you make it through the day without seeing any rain here, and you can see that front swinging through later tonight could trigger just an isolated shower, which will likely come to an end after midnight. Sun's back with us on Friday. Friday, a terrific day. We should have just a light breeze out there, and temperatures tomorrow in the mid to upper 70s. And there's a look at the rainfall map. Unchanged, still highlighting maybe less than a tenth of an inch of rain here, which is why we have the burn ban still in effect. Looks like Red River and Natchitoches parishes were the only ones that were added yesterday, but again, at this point, most areas under those burn restrictions for the foreseeable future here. But there's a little bit of good news. That's the outlook for March 3rd through 7th. So essentially a look into next Thursday through next weekend. It looks like we'll finally get back into some of the rain making its way through, and I'll show you that now as we take a long range look at Futurecast here. It does show those dry conditions this week, but we get into next week and you can see those dips in the jet stream there, those areas of low pressure that will kind of swing through. Those look to come through every few days, so beginning next Thursday or Friday, and likely continuing on and off for maybe a good 5 to 7 day period there. We should see some frequent rainfall, and it may be enough to finally put a dent in some of these drought conditions. But look for that big pattern change as we move into March. March is looking warm and kind of rainy, at least the first 2 weeks there, and our temperatures again in the 70s and 80s. We may cool down just a few degrees early next week, but no freezes in the forecast. Your overnight lows will be in the 50s.